Anil Kumble School of Business, Punjab Kings. So they retained Mayank Agarwal and Arshdeep Singh, which again is a thoroughly deserving because he performed fantastic for them. And they have 72 crores on the purse. Vishak, let's start with you. RCB lookalikes?
Yeah, once Rahul decided he is going to part ways, so they had to go for Mayank Agarwal as the first option because he has been the most. Rahul and Mayank Agarwal have been their mainstays. If you see most of the games, like the kind of starts they give, mostly even if you see they bat for around 15 overs, give around 120 partnership, but still the team loses in some of the games. So that's how impactful these two players have been. So retaining Mayank Agarwal was a no-brainer there. And once Rahul decided to part ways, and Arshdeep Singh is thoroughly deserved, as you said, because the way he has been bowling, and good that they went for Arshdeep Singh ahead of Shami, and they have gone for a 23-year-old youngster who has shown a lot of promise and who can bowl pretty well at the death and also bowl at the start of the innings. So I think it is a very good prospect. But I was pretty surprised. They could have gone for someone like a Ravi Bishnoi, who is pretty promising, and he could have also come at 4 crores. So maybe they could have retained Ravi Bishnoi and got a very good spinner as well. That is one aspect I think they missed it with.
Akash, another captaincy problem here brewing, right? With two new franchisees, Sunrisers looking for a captain, RCB looking for a captain, and PBKS looking for a captain.
I think, to start off the purse remaining 72 crores, it's pretty normal for Preeti Zinta and Punjab Kings to go in through the auction with the highest purse out there, and then come back again holding on to 20 crores, putting it in their FD. So I think it's not a surprise out there. But going on to Mayank Agarwal, I'm not sure if they're thinking at him as a captaincy material. It looks like more like a forced decision from them, considering that Rahul has decided to move out of PBKS. If given a choice, I think I would have gone with 3 uncapped players from them because they had enough uncapped players who had the potential in them. Like how you had an Arshdeep Singh. In another 8 crores, they could have perhaps picked up a Shah Rukh Khan and Ravi Bishnoi, and then still gone on and made a good team in the auction itself. Complete overall altogether, pick a captain and overseas players as well. Mayank Agarwal looks more like a forceful choice for them now to have a captain and an Indian batsman as a front runner out there. But I think overall, they'll definitely look for a complete overall in the auction.
Just to add on, I think there was a rule that you can retain only 2 uncapped players.
The problem is that they could have taken only
maybe that's the reason I mentioned they could have gone for a Ravi Bishnoi or Shah Rukh Khan. Maybe Shah Rukh Khan, as you mentioned, is a very good option, but Ravi Bishnoi would have given that spin option as well, and they would have got 2 bowlers covered, and then they had 70, as you mentioned, they already have 72 crores. They could have gone broke, which they don't do usually.
Yeah, I think they could also have done with Deepak Hooda. I think he is also uncapped. He's decent, right? He's not like setting the world on fire in the IPL, but he's decent for 4 crores, right? Like he'll definitely go for similar or slightly above in the auction. So they had options. And Mayank, I don't know, unless they are making Mayank captain, 12 and wasting 14 in the purse seems like why? You probably could have gotten Mayank for 8 to 11 in the auction. And maybe you could have put that money towards buying your Indian captain, like a Gill or Shreyas Iyer or someone else. Hardik, or I don't know who's available in the auction. We have to see. That's there. And the stinginess of franchisees is moving away. So this is like a larger business sort of concept, right? Because previously, if you remember, Punjab and Rajasthan would always like save like 5-10 million, not spend it 5-10 crores, 20 crores, 30 crores, because the profitability was a thing, right? Like they were, even if the purse was, let's say 100 crores or 50 crores, 60 crores, they would spend 40, 45 and put out a team, and they were like, hey, we are spending less, more profit margin. But given the broadcast contracts, the central sponsorship contracts, title sponsorship contracts, every IPL team, at least the initial 8 ones, are making hundreds of crores of profits easily, like over the 10-year period. Now they don't have to pay BCCI the recurring fee as well. Like, so there are a bunch of things. So that's why in the last few years, you've seen Rajasthan Royals also splurging on players, or even Punjab also splurging money on players. So I think this time in the auction, all teams will like try to spend till 90 crores because they know that they're going to make profit. New teams, they might not be making profit currently, but they are like, hey, we have to spend to, get the teams aboard. So this time there won't be like a lot of purse left, I feel, in the auctions.
Interesting points. And we will switch to KKR. We spoke about Shubman Gill. I think Shubman Gill coming from Punjab as a Ranji or a domestic probably will be picked. Or what do you guys think? Do you guys feel that is the route it is going to go?
Hopefully, because I would like to see him captain a franchisee rather than like Mayank or someone. Like he's like a newer, younger kid, right? So I would like to see Shreyas Iyer, like all the franchisees. I would like to see Indian captains rather than foreign captains. Like I know I'm a big fan of David Warner. He's done a lot for SRH, but I would like to see. There are 4 or 5 Indian options left, right? Shreyas Iyer is there. Your Shubman Gill is there. Your Hardik Pandya is there, right? So all these sort of youngsters, I would want them to be put in under the pressure as captain to see if any of them perform. If any of them perform, that's your like next India captain left there, right? So like Delhi did a good thing, right? They removed Iyer. They saw in Pant. They made Pant captain. Now he's retained. So yeah. So I'd like to see more Indian captains than foreign ones, especially for KKR as well, right? Like I don't want an Ian Morgan who's proven World Cup winner. There's nothing left to unearth, right? We know he's a good captain, or Warner as well. We know he's a good captain. So I would want to see like Indian captains more.